Hey, what if I told you you could do less work and still have a rich, meaningful life? Would you say, yeah, that sounds great, let's do it? Or would you say, ooh, wait a minute, I want to make sure I have lots of stuff? That's what we're talking about today. You might have clicked thinking that I was going to talk about making money, but stick with me for 5 minutes. What I'm actually going to tell you is how to do less work and actually get what you really want. And that is really love, connection, and purpose, not just cash. So hit that like button if you're curious, and let's jump into it. So you probably think that more money equals more happiness, but it actually doesn't work that way. You might think, oh, I could pay all my bills, I could pay off my mortgage, I could buy a new car, I could have money in the bank, I can go buy more stuff. But you might have noticed that when you do these things and when you pay off your bills or when you buy a new car or you buy new clothing, the merely seconds, and then you go right back to normal. And you might even be now more in debt. So your stress and anxiety levels might have increased. That's the problem with chasing money. See, because the extra money only provides a temporary relief and it doesn't actually make you happy. But what it can do is give you poor health, stress you out, ruin some of your relationships, or, make you go find shallow relationships and just kind of give you a not very fulfilling life. So here's the truth. Money is just a middleman. You don't really want the cash. You want what you think the cash will buy you, which is a better life. And so the key thing for you to do is understand what a better life actually means. It might not be what you think. So a better life is probably like love, respect, connection, a sense of belonging. Those are the real sort of intrinsic things that make us feel really genuinely happy in our life. And we think by getting money, we're gonna get those. But a lot of times we don't when we get the money. I've been there, and I was extremely disappointed that I didn't get these things. And in fact, what I got was worse because it was an eroded sense of value. It was an eroded sense of why people liked me, why people wanted to be around me, why they wanted to connect with me. And I was like, they just want my money. And that actually made the situation almost worse. In fact, it made it a lot worse because then I felt worse than I did when I tried to build up my life and money and fame and all those things. So it just created a bigger hole that what I sort of had when I was starting out. So it actually gave me the opposite effect. And then I had to figure out how to get back out of that hole and climb back to level and then get what I was really, really wanting in life, which was that sense of love, respect, connection, belongingness, community, all of the deeper values that we as humans can't avoid and need to have in our lives. So essentially what I'm talking about is not a get rich quick scheme. It's a get happy quick plan. So what do you really want? Well, let's break it down. So after you've got food, shelter, really the basics covered, what do we really want? Well, psychologists and wise thinkers from thousands of years ago, they all pretty much agree. So really it's love and intimacy, connection and belonging, it's confidence in yourself, and then it's a sense of achievement and the feeling like what you are doing has value and brings you meaning in your life. And those are the key, the core essentials right there. Yeah, and these aren't just nice to haves. They're what every human needs. So money might promise these things, but it's definitely not the best way to get them. And it can actually be a distraction in the wrong way to end up with less of them. So what's the shortcut? Basically, do less of what doesn't matter to you, which is chasing all that extra money, and do more of what really does to bring you all of those core essentials: love, belongingness, intimacy, achievement, confidence, all the things that bring you the real fulfillment in life. And you can start small, and here's how you do it. So here's one: do something to help others without expecting anything in return. In other words, do something unselfish and that helps people. Number two, find something that you really, really enjoy doing and spend time doing that. A passion, a hobby, a sport, an activity, anything in that realm that really makes you feel good just by participating in doing it. Next, learn how to have better relationships and find people who are happy and don't need to have money to be happy. Then you're gonna start to see what real happiness looks like. Next, get out into nature and explore all of the things that money could never ever build. All of these amazing natural elements that are beyond our human capacity to create and that really just give you a sense of awe at the world that we live in, and just enjoy it. And lastly, stop buying stuff you don't need, because then you're not going to get into the money trap. Save that money and use it for things that are of real value to you. So these actions don't take a lot of money and they will make your life richer. And here's the wild part. When you focus on these things, then happiness just tends to show up. And next thing you know, you're having a great time and you're feeling good deep inside. And then sometimes money even follows anyway, kind of the weird way that the universe works. So I'm challenging you here. What is something you actually really, really want? Is it love? Is it connection? Is it belongingness? Is it confidence? Is it a passion, pursuit, a hobby, whatever? Forget money for a second. What's one step you can take to really get one of those things that you want? Maybe it's as simple as calling someone that you haven't talked to in a long time, or starting a project that really, really excites you. This is where your real rich life begins. So if this flipped a switch for you, then drop a comment and let me know what is the one step you're gonna take to make your life richer right away. I read every single comment, so hit that like button if you're ready to do less but get way more out of a rich life. Thanks for your time. Till next one.